animate in Procreate. So this is my studio, both painting and podcast, and I'm going to show you how I painted it. First, I imported the image that I had already drawn up, and I started with my favorite thing, which is an old teddy bear I've had since I was a baby, and I've carried with me all over the world. I don't really care for it, it's just something you keep for some reason. So, yeah. And then there's the projector for doing, Warhol style pieces or just watching a movie while I work, or art videos or other YouTube videos, or even listening to music. And this video has been slowed down considerably. It's actually only about a minute long, so this is going to be about 6 minutes or so. So I'll try to not bore you too much. But basically, I'm just going through and coloring in the scene. And I use an all Behringer rig, including a Behringer 404 HD, Euphoria, UMC, a 1204 USB. The mics are, the USB is a mixer. The mics are 1800 XS's or XM's, I think. I can't quite remember. It's a bit late. And other than a Dewar arm and some basic XLR cables, it's not much different. I have a Wacom, but I don't use it for drawing as much as I would like because my hand shakes because I have cerebral palsy. And even though I take medication, it's not enough to stop the shaking. So I have to use something with a lot of smoothing. And Procreate allows that quite easily. I do have Photoshop. I can actually afford that, so that's pretty good. I just haven't used it much. I would like to get into more of a watercolor style if I can. This is actually a piece based off of a man who calls himself Sims with a Z or Z as it goes. And his work is astonishing. It's got narrative, it's got color, it's got perspective that would just blow your mind. So it's Sims period art, I believe, on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to follow somebody's art who's going to be stellar, no matter how old he is, go follow him because his work is just incredible. Yeah. So this piece was like an homage to his. He uses a lot of fairy lights in his works, and as you see, as the piece progresses, you'll see them pop up and then turn on, and then the glow on the surfaces pop up as well. So, yeah. There's a lot of random colors and stuff going on. It's a lot of the same color because it's a lot of cabling and it's a mess, as you can see. I'm not very good at cable management yet. I don't have a whole lot of zip ties, and I really just don't. I mean, I just I would like to have them organized and just in one place so that they're not a fire hazard. Instead of a cable nest, a rat's nest, but it is what it is for now. One day I'll go and get some cable ties once COVID is over and everything's back to normalcy and we can leave our houses again. But as it is, just if you want something animated or you want something drawn, let me know in the comments down below and I'll see what I can do. It's either way, it'll be a learning experience, so I'm gonna learn something. Nothing lewd or rude or crude, dude or miss. Um, yeah, I don't do that sort of thing. It's just not my style. If you want to know my work, you probably haven't seen it, but which is fine. But I've painted for royalty. I've photographed for NASA. I've done some celebrity work. Um, but it doesn't really matter. I have stores for Redbubble and Spreadshirt, but I don't really use them to keep them updated. I'd rather make prints at home on my large format printer, 13 by 19 inches, and just send them out, or make custom pieces and send them out. That seems to be the way to go. It's faster. It's better for me economically, and you get a quality print that'll last hundreds of years if you look after it right, according to HP and their very expensive ink system and paper system. Which, honestly, for the fact that I got a $1,500 printer at Goodwill for $15, I'm down with. I mean, it just needed some print head cleaning and adjustment, and it was fine. So just take care of your gear, and you'll be able to do whatever you want, really. But I do have Clip Studio Paint as well, but this is a Procreate channel, so I'll be doing it in Procreate. That's why it's a square format, because I like posting in squares. There's something about it being symmetrical that I just enjoy. I'll probably branch out and go rectangle one day. I don't know. Does it really matter? Maybe. Probably. To somebody. But I find them soothing for some reason. But anyway, I'm working on the arm there with one of the few zip ties I have, and yeah, I mean it's basically coming along as it would, and you can see that the fairy lights have been lit and have been painted all the way down, and that they're shining off the table, and you can also see that I did forget something. If you're savvy enough to notice, it's not that hard to see at the end of the video that I missed one or two things to color in, and if you see it, let me know what they are down in the comments, and the first person that figures it out, I'll send them a print. Okay, my website is asimovcomic.com. If you go there and you go to either the digital or the painting or Sharpie area, and you pick a piece you like, I'll send you a print for being the first to find it. As long as you're of age and it's okay. You don't mind sending out that information. I'm not some weirdo. I am a weirdo, but just as long as, yeah, I mean, getting mail from some random person in this day and age might be a little hectic and dangerous. So I don't know. It's up to you. Free print, something cool. Hundreds of art pieces to choose from. Many I haven't shown. And I'm looking at my post-it note saying stay focused, and I realize I've been babbling for the last 8.5 minutes, so that's good. The piece is almost done, which is great. I'm just coloring in the euphoria and just that stuff on that shelf, basically. Oh, and if you want to go and see my podcast, which is children's stories and recovering from mental illness, and I'm writing a new book based on 30 seconds, Jay. Based on recovering addict mutants is the premise. That would be Divergent. That would be anchor.fm/divergentmind. We're up to episode 113. I'll start 114 once the book is done. I'm about 8,000 words in. It's going slow. Usually I can do about 5,000 to 10,000 words a day. But with the art, it's just slowing down a little bit because I'm splitting my time. And I'll see you next time, guys and ladies.